Well, anyway, let's move on to our next topic. We talk about this afterwards, offline.
Okay.
Let's see. Next topic will go to me because I have like a ton. But this is also kind of in line. Actually, I'm gonna switch up. We're gonna talk gift etiquette really quick.
Oh, gift etiquette.
Gift etiquette.
Do it. Let's do it.
This is actually comes from Sarah. She like thought of this topic the other day. Basically, I'm curious what your guys' gift etiquette is, both when receiving a gift and when giving a gift. So, like, before I met Sarah, like, if I got a gift, I don't know, I would just be like, oh, great. And if it was, like, kind of really close family, I would probably make a point to call them and thank them.
Uh-huh.
When I was younger, I mean, my mom would have to force me to, like, call your grandfather, and, like, make sure that you say thank you. And I'm like, wow, it's like my birthday. It's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give me presents. I don't have to say thank you. Like, spoiled brat.
Supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's terrible. But, meeting Sarah, like, Sarah's really big into sending cards. And I like it. Like, I think it's cool. Like, so now, like, when I get gifts and stuff, we make it a point to write a card and, like, put something thoughtful in there and thank them and then send it as a thank you. It's also less awkward than calling on the phone just to say thank you, because then you're like, so thanks, and then I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I got the thing.
Yeah, so I haven't talked to you until you got me that thing, so thank you, and I will be leaving now. So I'm curious what your guys' gift etiquette is, and what you guys like and maybe dislike about gifts. Like, when you give someone a gift, if no one returns, like, with a thank you, do you feel offended? Do you know people who feel offended? Do you expect there's also this, like, there's a lot to unpack here, because I also get a little anxious when someone this is why, Alan, with our friends, I don't like getting gifts, because I feel like I have to match said gift when it's their turn. Like, I always feel bad. Like, someone would, like, maybe spend $30 on me, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, all right, I have to make sure that I get you at least a $30 value gift next time when it's your birthday or Christmas or whatever, because if I don't, I'm going to feel terrible. And I'm going to feel like we're keeping score or something, and, like, I hate it. So I'm like, no gifts. Just don't give me gifts.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think anybody in our circle of friends is like that, but there are people that are like that, I think.
What do you mean?
That, like, are, like, keeping tabs on, like, oh, I got them this level gift, but they only got me this, you know? Like,
right, yeah.
Well, I don't think there's anybody that we know, or, like, in our group of friends that would do that.
I think that's true. Regardless, I still have that anxiety.
I see.
Well, see, I do the same thing, but I don't care about them matching me. I want to live up to what they give me,
Yeah,
growing up, I always loved getting gifts. Now I'm like, okay, really, I'm more practical on what I ask for, like during, like, Christmas and stuff like that. But I don't expect anyone to give me a gift like matching me. I'm just like, oh, they got me this, I need to at least do the same thing,
Yeah.
So but when I was a kid, kind of the same way, my grandpa used to send me send my parents $100 and say, hey, buy him something, just say it was from me. So my mom would then take me somewhere and be like, hey, you have $100 to spend, get whatever you want. And I would get, like, a video game or something. And then I would actually have to write a letter to my grandpa up in Chicago and tell him thank you for that item. Mm-hmm. So
you were taught very early on to write the thank you letters.
Yeah, I don't do them at all anymore right now. But that was the only one. Like, my mom was always just like, you need to write him a letter, like not call him, but write a letter. So I was like, okay, let's do this, and I just bang one out real quick, send it off, and start playing my video game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience. My mom always insisted I'd write thank you letters, like, to family or whoever gave me gifts. I don't remember her. Maybe for, like, a couple birthdays, I had to write, like, gift, like, thank you cards to every single friend that gave me.
Oh shit! You must.
Oh no, not at school.
Yeah, it was like school friends and everything. I mean, then it was just like, thanks so much for the gift. I really liked that thing you gave me.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. Yukiko is really big into writing cards, not just thank you cards, but just, like, snail mail cards in general. She always corresponds with her grandfather. Her and her family send cards every now and then to each other, whether it be postcards or actual cards.
That's really cool.
So she's really into, like, writing thank you cards, and that, kind of rubs off on me. So especially, if we go stay with somebody, we write them a thank you card. Just sign it like, hey, we had a great time.
Oh, that's nice.
Just let them know. Just let them know that we appreciate them. Putting in the time to let us stay with them or something like that.
It's something I never thought about or putting stock into, but it really does. Like, it makes me feel good when I'm able to take the time to pick something out that physically you can be like, oh man, this is them saying thank you, and even if they read it and chuck it in 2 seconds, doesn't matter. It's just like, hey, thinking of you. This is more than just an email or a text message. This is kind of I've taken time to think of a card that represents my thoughts and then write it. So
and that's what I was just about to say, is that I think my form of sending a letter now is like a text. Right. And it's not just like a, hey, thank you, but it's like, hey, I really appreciate you, blah, 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 or getting me that, because that's what I do at least now, to acknowledge, hey, I don't give a call, I guess, so my etiquette now is just saying that text, just now I just got a huge gift from my mother-in-law. She bought me lessons to learn how to scuba dive. So, and that was one thing that, when I got it, I was like, I don't want to just send your mom a text. I was telling my wife this. Mm-hmm. I said, I want to thank her in person, and take her out to dinner and stuff. So that was what I was trying to do, but she was out of town. She'd come into town and then leave town for 3 weeks straight. So I never got to really say thank you until almost a month later.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I felt terrible, but I told her, I was like, look, I didn't want to just send you a text or something. I wanted to really thank you because I thought that was an awesome gift. Yeah. So something I wouldn't expect someone to buy me,
Yeah, that is cool. That's a pretty unique gift too.
She got you a dildo?
Yes.
Got it.
Double-sided.
You don't expect someone to get you that, but when they do, you're really, really appreciative.
It was scuba diving.
3 vibration speeds. So. It's pretty cool. So then, do you guys tend to buy gift? So we talked about gift etiquette when you receive a gift, but do you guys end up giving gifts for birthdays, Christmas? With family, do you tend to skip birthdays, or do you what is that?
Yeah, I think these days. I don't know. I think I still get stuff for birthdays and Christmas, but especially even for friends now, if they're not in your vicinity, kind of, sometimes you don't. Maybe you buy them something on. Maybe we buy a Steam game or something for them. Mm-hmm. I've seen that done. Yeah, it's I think it's just dropped off more as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
But for sure, get gifts, even if it's just a card for somebody within family or something.
That's
like that.
Because you have a sister, you have your mom and dad. Yeah. Do you tend to buy them a gift? Do you send them a card?
Yeah, it's usually send them something bottle of wine or something like that. Yeah, send them a card, but definitely send them a card and give them a call on their birthdays. Yeah.
Yeah, that's similar in my situation.
Yeah. Now what we've been running into is I have 2 sisters and a brother, and I have pretty much 2 football teams worth of nieces and nephews.
Jesus.
So yeah, my older sister, she always says, it does. No, I'm telling you, Christmas is ridiculous. Even if you think about it, you portion out $20 a person, you're still spending hundreds.
That's insane.
Yeah. So my older sister, she has 4 kids, and she's just you know what, just buy presents for my kids. But of course we're okay, we're gonna do that, but we still fucking buy her a present anyway.
Yeah, man, it's so tough.
Yeah, and you just gotta really kind of game plan, and what we've started doing, we kind of buy gifts now, me, my sisters, and my brother, as a group. We're hey, we'll buy, this last Christmas, for my dad, we bought him a new iPad, and those are expensive, but when everyone chipped in, and that was one thing he really wanted. So he only really got 3 gifts at Christmas.
Not to mention, dads in particular are so hard to shop for. At least mine are.
Hard.
Dude, my mom will just be I want this, and I want this, and you can get me this, and I'm all right, you have a list.
Really?
Yeah, my mom is very blunt
let me
in
ask
what
you
she wants. That's where I get my blunt ignorance from. Sorry, Mom.
Interesting.
See, my mom's different. She's you need to save your money. Don't buy me anything.
Yeah, my mom's more like that too. It would
Yeah,
just be
figure
a
it out.
gift to see you. For,
Yeah. Oh,
like,
Yeah.
don't get me
you
wrong. My
know.
mom will say that too. But once I break down that barrier, I'm like, no. What do you want? She'll start.
My mom literally doesn't say she wants anything. Like it's
Yeah.
so hard to figure out stuff that she wants.
That's my dad. He's like, slippers. I'm like,
My
come
dad
on.
has like a gift. Then my dad like writes like what he wants, and it's like yeah, it'll be like slippers, mock turtlenecks, but wine like any wine thing is like pretty good at this point
I
for
think
my
that's
dad.
what I
Yeah.
should start doing. Yeah, I should. Well, my dad can't drink too much anymore because of the heart thing. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, like that's interesting.
Well, see, now I have a go-to gift for like my sister, my older sister. She loves Coach, so I just get her like a gift card there every Christmas. That's what I get her, you know. And what she does for me is she buys me a gift card to GameStop. So it's just kind of like mutual understanding that we have because I know I'll use that card. She knows she'll use that, and it makes that one easy, you know.
Is it weird that like a lot of times I would just rather get money?
No,
Right? Like I'm just like just
At this
money.
point, no, I think I would. Yeah, money is like the best gift, just because
Use it anywhere.
you can use it for anything, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, or an
It's-
Amazon gift card or something.
And my thing is though, like I always just like I need this, you know. It's something that like I always want something that I need instead of I want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, oh, I need to get paint for my fence. Like I don't want you to buy me paint for my
What a
for my
great gift.
Like get me a Home Depot gift card is cool, you know, or
Right.
something like that, you know, or money.
It's less. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Could you
some
imagine?
some stuff on Yukiko's like Christmas list this year was like, or last year was like mattress liner. Like I was like, this sucks, dude. Like I don't want to get you this shit. Like
Yeah, my wife was putting like weird things on there too. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that for you. Oh, she asked for a desk. I was like, you want a desk? Like,
Wow.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, this could be.
I ended up buying her desk. But the worst part is I had to fucking build it. So I had to take
Oh.
a Sunday out of my day.
Well, that's part of the
I would-
gift, my friend. That is part of the gift.
Yeah. My dad, like when when we were kids, my sister, I'll never forget. She used to get these Barbie play sets that were just freaking like the most. I mean, they had working like indoor plumbing, put it that way. So like he had to hook up all his like water pipes and stuff like that, and like water fountains. He's like, this is ridiculous, and it was water would get all over. He'd spend the entire Christmas morning setting up all of our toys because we'd be like, oh awesome, Kate, Dad, set it up, and I'd run and go play like with another toy, and he'd be like, he's fucking mumbling to himself. So I feel like that it will be more in the future if you have kids.
Oh, I did that for my niece and nephew the last 3 years. Like, one got this Barbie house that I had to build, and then the other one had this monster truck, like big arena thing, and you're sitting there on Christmas Eve, like at 12 o'clock at night, building these things for like 4 hours. You're like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then they come in and like destroy it within seconds, and you're like, son of a.
That's awesome.
So.
Funny. All right, man, let's keep that kid.